You're looking for Three Dog? He's upstairs.
Huh?
He is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall be blind. With his glory, every ear shall be stricken. Hear the thunder of his voice. Let the men.
Here. You've done so much for us. I want you to have this. It's all I have to offer you. It does. Thank you.
Women and children of the earth. Come forth and drink the waters of the glow, for this ancient is our salvation. It is the very symbol of Atom's glory. Let it serve as a reminder of the division that has occurred in the past.
Everywhere. All right. Thanks, I guess.
I swear.
Should have stayed in Rivet City. Traveled through the wasteland. I'm just here to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the... Wow! Sure thing. Unless it's a steaming pile of sludge.
With you or her.
There's no place for disgrace. Talent company!
My... Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I was dead for sure. Here, I managed to hide these supplies before they tied me up. You take them. It's the best I can do to thank you. You're right. It's dangerous out here. I have to go, before more of them come.
Candace, it's Ralph. Tell Dad there's no way in hell I'm spending nuclear Armageddon trapped with him in a fucking closet. You can have my number. It's 6. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got a mushroom cloud to walk into. Have a happy Holocaust.
What? Hey, good looking. I'm Cherry. Can I do anything for you? Dukov likes to keep it hot. Ain't no need for nothing else. It's Dukov's place. He lives here. Pretty much, he just does a lot of drinking and partying. He's a lecherous old man. The only reason I put up with him and his needs is because I'm safe here. He tends to shoot first and ask questions later. Don't pull out a weapon near him. He's likely to shoot you. And he's really good. No sweat. Bye.
Who the hell are you? Never mind. You need a drink. Cherry, I'm thirsty over here. Ha! They're my party girls. I'm too much man for just one woman, so I need two. I wear them out every night. Why should they bother getting dressed when I'm just going to take it off? Hey, watch your language, clown shoes. I don't pay them. They take care of me, so I take care of them. We rub each other wrong all night long. It's my hidey hole. Nobody can fuck with me here. I got my women and my booze. What the hell else is there? Eating, drinking, farting, and screwing! Out here, nobody bothers me. I can do whatever I like to whoever I want. You need to drink more! Ha!
Hi there, big boy. Oh my. Aren't you a stud? I'm Fantasia. If you need something, just let me know. Dookie doesn't like me to wear a lot. He says it slows things down. He's all right. He can be a real fun guy, but he sure knows how to wear a girl out. Most of all, I'm safe here. I wouldn't pull out a weapon, even just to show him. He gets kind of paranoid about that. Don't get in a shooting match with him. He's really good. Damn straight.
What you need? How about a drink? No? Suit yourself. Help yourself, clown shoes. Grab one from the liquor cabinet. I never trust anyone without a drink in their hand. Of course, I never trust one that does either! Sure, didn't I already tell you to? Don't let the door hit you in the ass, clown shoes. Ha! Fantasia. Come on, drink up. We're gonna get real liquored up tonight. Ha ha!
That's what we do every night, Dookie. I'm starting to get a little tired of it.
What you need? How about a drink? No? Suit yourself.
Yeah? off yours. It's not like I've got a lot of other options. The only survival skill I've got is the one I'm using here. Only if you take me to Rivet City. And don't think I'm gonna give you the same privileges I give Dukov. You and I are sleeping separate. Screw it then. I'm not wandering the wasteland with you.
What you need? How about...
Hi there, fella. He gives me some caps, but it's not what you think. He can be a nice guy. And when the lights go out, he's real fun. It's pretty much. I'd rather be a whore than dead. Bye. I've had too much to drink, Dookie. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Nonsense, you haven't had enough to drink. Have another shot. That'll sell you something. What you need? How about a drink? No? What you need?
What do you need? Yeah.
Hey there. Everything has its price. Take a look and make me an offer.
What? Who? You mean, are you for real? I'm safe? I need to get out of here. Here, take these supplies. It's all I have, but they'll only slow me down. You'd know best, wouldn't you? I have to go. Again, thank you. Please, please help me. I need water. I'm dying. Are you serious? I can't offer anything in exchange, you know. I can just have it. I can just have it? For free? Water. Oh, precious water. Thank you. You're a saint.
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
Hold it right there. State your business in Rivet City. Yeah? Let me guess. No, she's not expecting you. But it's really important, and you need to see her right away. Been a lot of that going around lately, and I've had just about enough of it. So you're going to have to do better than that. Fine, just don't bother her. She's real busy, what with all her work. She's up in the science lab. We're the safest, most secure city in the wasteland. Nothing can get in here without our say-so. I suppose. The door on the left goes to the stairwell. From there, just keep heading west. Hangar deck, right in the middle of the ship. Can't miss it. But it's closed now. Check back in the morning. It opens pretty early. Dr. Preston is in the upper deck, 4 section. That's the top interior floor in the southwest end. The common room is free, but the beds are lousy. It's on the midship deck. A big open room with lots of beds. You can't miss it. If you want to sleep well rested, rent a room from Vera Weatherly. She's on the upper deck. It doesn't work like that. I'm in charge of security. Dr. Lee runs most of everything else. Bannon kinda represents the merchants. He also owns Potomac Attire. She's one of the members of the council. Runs the science lab here. Don't bother her unless it's important. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship. Carry on, then.
Hello. I'm on duty. Make it quick. She's some sort of genius. You know, one of those egghead scientist types. Her lab is in the stern end of the ship. Oh, really? If someone took your stuff, go get it back. If they shoot at you, shoot back. Otherwise, I've got to see it for myself before I'm gonna do anything. Later. Maybe you don't know who you're talking to. I'm Commander Danvers, Assistant Chief of Security. I'm his second in command. I run the night shift and he runs the day shift. Is this conversation going somewhere? Because I've got things to do. The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck. Duty calls.
supplies to enter the armory. Sir! Please don't make me shoot you, sir!
Everything looks up. Okay, here.
This area is off limits to civilians.
Hello. Hello.
You must be new. I'm Seagrave. If you've got anything you want to unload, stop by my shop, Rivet City Supply. Yep, I'll take it all. One man's junk is another man's treasure. The Weatherly Hotel is a good choice. It's on the upper deck. See you later.
Welcome to the Weatherly. Mr. Buckingham at your service. This is the Weatherly Hotel. It's the finest establishment in Rivet City. Please place your order. Oh, the mere 120 caps. Excellent. Simply venture into the hallway, turn left, first door on your left. That is your room. Or is that the broom closet? I always get those two mixed up. Yes, sir.
Morning.
Don't tell me your problems. Don't let the door hit you on the ass.
Welcome to Rivet City Supply. I've got a little bit of everything.
What do you want? My mom is probably drunk, and my dad's dead. Is that good enough for you, asshole?
Anything here?
What's your problem, mister? Of course I'm not afraid. I'll take it and he'll never know. I'll have it by tomorrow. It's a boat. A really big boat. Whatever.
Ted Strayer, you can chill with me if you want, dude. You mean, like fix stuff? Nah. I just hang out, dude. I've got enough chems to last a while. Oh, yeah. Later, dude. Whoa. What's the rush?
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah, that's James. My own little troublemaking brat. I'd sell him to you if they'd let me. Unless you've got any more personal questions, I'm busy. Yeah? What do you want? The Muddy Rudder. Bell waters down the liquor, but it's cheap. It's on the lower deck. Yeah? What do you want? Oh, really? My husband ran off and got himself killed, and left me to raise his little brat. So don't you tell me how I should or shouldn't be.
Have a seat. Let me introduce myself. I am Gary Staley, gourmet chef and gourmand. I'll be preparing your meal. My specialty is Meyerlurk cakes, although the iguana is very popular too. Then you are in for a treat. Thank you for coming to Gary's Galley.
Let me or a security officer know if you see anything out of it. Is there a problem?
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers. Between you and me, keeping out the riffraff is good for business. Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I are all on the council. We meet every Monday morning. I can be very influential, if you know what I mean. Far more than Seagrave Holmes. So you've met him, eh? Well, he wants to replace me on the council. Now, I can't have that. No siree. He's a shady character, I just can't prove it. If someone were to find something incriminating in his room, well, let's just say I would be very appreciative. Dr. Leach? It's a place to live, safe from raiders and super mutants. With Dr. Lee on our side, maybe we can even begin to rebuild the world. Straight to the point, I like that. Thanks. Come back soon.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
This is a quick fix. I mean, that's the name of our shop. Polly and mine, that is. My name is Cindy. Cindy Cantelli. No, no, no. I would never do that. Polly does. Sample it, I mean. He's my deadbeat husband. He's hopeless. I have to keep him away from the shop, or he'll rob us blind. One of these days, he's going to end up dead. We've got all kinds of chems. A pleasure doing business with you. I'm sure you'll be back soon.
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday.
It makes me feel safer knowing you're around. What did you say about my mother? You take that back! Go jump off the flight deck, asshole. Hey!
Nothing was getting through these walls.
May I take your order?
This here is Flack and Shrapnel's gun shop. Pretty catchy, huh? Take a look around. If you see anything you like, I'll be right over here. Here, in Rivet City, I'm packing, and most of the rest of these guys are packing. Not to mention security. Yeah, he's totally strung out. It's gonna kill him one of these days. Need to do some killing, eh? Thanks. If you need more ammo, this is what...
This place could use a few more people willing to work. Everything is falling apart. I'm the only one willing to fix it. Nice talking to you.
Good to see you.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Bye.
I'm busy. I've got a lot of Nice talking.
I am Father Clifford of St. Monica's Church. She is the patron saint of lost children, very popular among the faithful of Rivet City. I'm surprised you've never heard of her. If you want to hear her story, it will be the topic of my sermon on Sunday. Services begin at 8 a.m. You should come. Yes, my flock is all of Rivet City. You should come to services this Sunday. I'll be telling the tale of St. Monica. You would? I mean, certainly. We humbly accept whatever you can spare. However, St. Monica looks most favorably on donations of 100 caps or more. A most generous offer. God bless you. St. Monica bless you.
Good to see you.
Don't know you, don't care. Keep it short. I'm short on time, and your 5 minutes are up. See ya. What's your beef? Come back soon.
You're in the Rivet City Clinic. I'm Dr. Preston. Don't get any cute ideas. Security is just a shout away. Now, if you've got any medical issues, let's hear them. Sure thing. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take care of yourself.
Please excuse me. There is much work to be done. I help Dr. Lee when she needs equipment moved. I am no scientist. I just help with the heavy things.
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
I'm Janice Kaplinski, Chief Botanist. What do you need? I did see a man talking to Dr. Lee, but I really shouldn't be discussing it. She's already in a bad mood. I'd hate to make it worse. You should probably just talk to her about it. So long.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake, the technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake. Vagaries and secrecy. A robot's a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, hmm? But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire? How amusing. You've mistaken my metaphor for a derogatory remark. I need a local, you see, someone with verve. I've misplaced some very sensitive property. How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off. Nonsense! This is a machine we're talking about. Can you enslave a generator or a water purifier? Of course not. The same principle applies. But let's get back to your mission. You are to find this missing android. I've tracked him to somewhere here in the capital wasteland. He must have done something drastic, like facial surgery and a mind wipe, or else I would have found him by now. It will be no easy task. He may not even realize he's an android. Don't upset him by talking with him. Just come get me immediately. I'll handle it. Of course! I have at my disposal advanced technology from the Commonwealth. I'd be willing to share some of it with you. Just think, you'll be the envy of all your friends. Excellent! Locate my android, and you won't be disappointed. Here, listen to this message he sent me. He's mocking me. I swear, I'll make him pay for that. Forget everything you know about robots. Those buckets are mere children's toys compared to the real thing. Androids have fake skin and blood and are programmed to simulate human behavior, like breathing. They can even eat and digest food realistically. Like I said, I suspect he's had facial reconstruction and possibly even a mind wipe. Search the offices of doctors or techies for android information. If he's come into contact with these people, there may be records. Start with Dr. Preston. He lives on this leaky boat. See if he knows anything. He's a doctor, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy trying to ignore my surroundings. Maybe he didn't exactly wander off. Maybe he fled. Escaped captivity, as it were, if he began to misinterpret his situation. It's possible my android sought to forget his previous life, wipe away all memory, all guilt, trick himself into believing he really is human. So no, he may not be just an ordinary robot, but he's certainly not human. no matter how badly he wishes it so. I made him. I want him. End of story. By God, you're as annoying as you are clever. Very well. I'll tell you what you want to know, if it helps you locate my property. The duty of this particular unit was the hunting and capturing of other escaped androids. Yes, others have escaped. It's one of the side effects of having such an advanced AI. Machines start to think for themselves, fool themselves into believing they have rights. And so, this particular android may have believed he'd done something wrong, immoral, and wanted to forget those deeds. Satisfied now? This particular android, designation A321, is different, special, the most advanced synthetic humanoid I've ever developed. The others, like my escort Armitage there, are all older models, easily replicated. But A321? It will take years to recreate him. So you see, this android must be located at all costs. The others are all acceptable losses, but A321, he is irreplaceable. The Commonwealth itself is nothing but a war-ravaged quagmire of violence and despair. Inside the sealed environment of the Institute, however. But the Institute's affairs are none of your concern. Your undeveloped mind couldn't even begin to comprehend what we've accomplished. Of course you do.
Hey.
Lay a hand on Dr. Zimmer and I'll snap your neck like a chicken bone. Then go.
Yeah? She's certainly head and shoulders above most everyone else around here, though that's not saying much. Look, some of us are trying to get work done here. There have been enough disruptions recently. Anybody coming through here would have to talk to Dr. Lee. Why don't you go bother her about it? He's from up north. He was bragging about how great it is up there. Yeah, great. They can't even keep tabs on their robots. Later.
There was some sort of battle in the city yesterday. The gate guard said the gun... Gunfire went on for over an hour. Look, this is a restricted area. I'm tired of telling you people.
It's you. My heavens, you look so much like him. You're James's son, aren't you? What are you doing here?
You were too young to remember, and I suppose James never spoke of me. Typical. I'm Dr. Madison Lee. I worked with your parents many years ago. Now I run the science lab here in Rivet City. It was all I had left. When your mother died, your father decided to leave with you. He abandoned our work. We had no choice but to do the same. I suppose so. I worked with them for several years until your mother died, and your father decided it was time to leave. What else do you want to know? James? He was very driven, determined to change the world. Well, we all were back then, I suppose. He was focused on two things, really. Making Project Purity work, and your mother. When she died, I think he gave up. I know he wanted to keep you safe, but I think part of what he did was run away. But it seems that he never really was able to get over the idea. I'm frankly shocked that he waited all this time and wants to try again. Yes, your mother was... well, she was a good woman. A very dedicated scientist. Your father loved her very much. It was a shame that she died. She had been excited to meet you. Complications from childbirth. None of us were expecting it. We weren't as prepared as we could have been. You have to understand, we were struggling with scavenged, derelict equipment. We did everything we could. Yes, well, I'm sorry it wasn't enough. Okay. What do you want to... Rivet City is one of the few bastions of civilization left in the land. We're working to rebuild our society, to make the world livable again. Project Purity, we called it. What do you want to know? It was simple, really. Fresh, clean water for everyone. Such a simple idea, and yet so impossible to realize. The plan was to build a facility that could purify all the water in the tidal basin at once. No radiation, no muck, just clear water. It just turned out to be more difficult than we anticipated. We had the basic principles down, we understood most of the science behind it, but the radiation in the area is so pervasive. Small-scale tests were fine, but anytime we tried to test the process on a larger scale, it was just... too much. Maybe if we'd had more time, or better equipment. You happened. It wasn't just you. We had more problems than we could handle already, but your birth is what finally pushed it over the edge. Your father decided that you were more important than everything we'd been working for, and he left. He left all of us. Once he was gone, the Brotherhood decided we weren't worth their time anymore. Without their protection, we had to abandon the Purifier. What? Well, I'm not sure what there is to tell. Your father and I, we worked together for a long time. I think we were really on to something. But then there were complications. The project was abandoned and your father disappeared. I returned here to Rivet City and established the lab you see before you now. This is the Rivet City Science Lab. It's taken many long years to put together, but we've done well for ourselves. Our work on portable fusion power and hydroponics are coming along quite nicely, if not quite according to schedule. That man doesn't have you looking for his pet android, does he? I've already told him to lay off it. He's distracting my entire team. You mean you haven't? I assumed he sent you here. For that matter, aren't you supposed to be in a vault? James said he left you there. Your father is no longer here, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't use that tone with me. Your father insisted that we return to work on Project Purity. I tried telling him too much time has passed. There's no way it would work. Predictably, he refused to listen to me. He says he can prove it will work and headed off to the old lab. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. It's in the old Jefferson Memorial Building, northwest of here. Please, don't go after him. It was foolish of him to even think about going there alone. Look, I don't want to be harsh, but I have problems of my own. I don't have the resources to support James's foolish endeavors, or you're chasing after him. I'm sorry. I suppose I can spare a few stim packs. It's not much, but it might make things easier for you. Good luck finding your father. Some people are in such a hurry. That's why I'm glad
Quite an impressive collection, isn't it? Well, don't be shy. Have a look around. Abraham Washington's the name. Curator of this little slice of American history. Ah, a fellow scholar, I see. Each of the documents in this room tells a small but important story about the history of the United States of America. Unfortunately, the greatest prize of all is missing from the collection. In 1776, the Second Judgmental Congress got together and adopted a document drafted by none other than Thomas Jefferson himself. It was the day the United States of America earned its name and secured its place in history. This magnificent achievement took form in the Declaration of Independence. Oh, would you? It would mean so much to me and the Society's collection here. Excellent! You won't regret it, I promise you. Imagine, you are taking part in another chapter of American history. I envy you. You can find the Declaration of Independence in the ruins of the National Archives. In the D.C. ruins, you'll find the National Archives, or what's left of it anyway. The building should contain the document in a protective glass case. Be careful. The place is swarming with super mutants. Here, let me pinpoint its location for you. Please ask them. After all, knowledge is power. Well, this is quite embarrassing, actually. I sent someone like yourself after the Declaration. She did some of the research for me, but now I haven't seen her in a few months. I wouldn't worry about it. Many have died for causes far less grand than what you're about to undertake. A piece of what was called parchment, sort of a thick paper, has faded handwritten writing all over it. It's no more than 2.5 feet tall and 2 feet wide. If you find it, you should be able to roll it up carefully. On July the 4th in 1776, a group calling themselves the Second Judgmental Congress got together at Fort McHenry in Maryland. After a ceremony which ended with Paul Revere singing the famous battle hymn known as the National Anthem, the document was signed. From there, it was sent to England by plane, presumably, and presented to King George himself. Thus began the Evolutionary War. Certainly. Be careful. The archives are infested with who knows what.
Don't mind me. Stay away from me. What do you want? Are you one of them? I suppose it doesn't matter if I tell you. I used to be a slave. I saw a slaver on this ship. His name is Sister. I'm afraid he's after me. Really? Oh, thank you. Can you help me? I've been so worried with him around. I can hardly sleep at night. Thank you. I'll go to Flak and Shrapnel's just before closing. I don't have anything to give you, but I think I can trust you with a secret. If you ever go up north, there is a secret slave hideout called Temple of the Union. You might find them useful. I'd rather be alone just now. Farewell.
We have the most complete archive. inconspicuous historical document in the wasteland.
Hey, good looking. How come you haven't bought me a drink yet? Tightwad? No, wait, I didn't mean that. Please, mister, just one drink? It's noisy, dark, and smelly. But we're safe here. No super mutants or raiders, and maybe Dr. Lee will find a way to get clean water for us. You're lost, sugar. Come and see me again sometime. Buy a girl a drink, sailor? Now that's what I like in a man. Enough caps to buy a lady a drink. You're lost. Good to see you. Yes, sir? She's not very social. Stays in her lab in the stern. She's smart, though. Real smart. James's mom, Tammy, is a real bitch. She treats him like crap. I think it's because she drinks too much. You mean like hitting on me? No. Most of them are polite. Even the ones like Diego that I'd want to flirt with seem to ignore me. Well, one of us is. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even know I'm there. Especially if he is a priest with a thick skull. Well, I'm not giving up. I just know we're made for each other. Well, one of us... Yeah, right. I don't think I could get him drunk enough to do that. I wish I had some ant pheromones. Trini says they would make any man lose control. Bye.
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
This place won't clean itself. That's my job. We're the lucky ones. We don't have to fight just to survive. We have normal jobs. I clean the halls. It might not look like it, but you should have seen it before. Henry's my husband. I have a daughter, CJ, too. You'll see her running around here with James Hargrave. That poor child. His mother, Tammy Hargrave, is a very troubled woman. She spends too much time down in the Muddy Rudder, drinking and using foul language. I feel so sorry for him. I think CJ is a good influence on him, but I do worry about the two of them. Goodbye.
Hello.
Hello? I'm Diego, the acolyte for St. Monica's. St. Monica saved her own son's soul from eternal damnation. She is now the patron saint of lost children for the faithful everywhere. You really should come to church on Sunday mornings. The sermon will be all about St. Monica. What are you talking about? I'm a man of the cloth. Well, I will be as soon as Father Clifford. Never mind. It doesn't matter what Angela thinks. Soon I will take vows of chastity. Father Clifford says she is my trial, my temptation. I must choose between her and the church. I have chosen the church. Father Clifford, the sanctuary is in the ship's fore on the upper deck. The good father holds services every Sunday morning. Oh yes, Father Clifford conducts services every Sunday morning. You should come. Father Clifford takes the donations. You'll have to talk to him. God bless you.
Hi. How are you today? What's your problem, mister?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Bye.
Is there a problem? Bannon and Dr. Lee and I all meet on Monday mornings to talk about citywide issues. It's pretty informal. The council doesn't have much real power. Carry on, then.
Welcome to Gary's Galley. Can I take your order? It's named after my dad. He's a great cook. Thank you for coming to Gary's Galley.
Hello.
Buy a girl a drink, sailor? Now that's what I like in a man. Your lot. Hey.
They call me sister. Don't ask. Are you making fun of my name? It's a damn good thing for you this place is crawling with security. Otherwise, I'd kick your ass.
Welcome to the Weatherly Hotel. I'm your hostess, Vera Weatherly. Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's addicted to chems. His poor wife Cindy is at her wit's end. You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones. They say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city. Oh, yes. She's crazy about him. He keeps telling her no, but he also spends a lot of time with her. It's really not fair to her. Poor James. His mother drinks too much. When she does, she doesn't treat him very well. Personally, I think she blames him for his father leaving her, which is ridiculous. Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe. Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander back into Rivet City, why don't you check up on us? You're always welcome.
Hey, what's your beef? Try the muddy rudder. They don't ask too many questions down on the lower deck. Bye.
Hello!
I hope you found me a place to live. You really found her? Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I ran up to them screaming like I did. I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right away. Come visit me sometime. I got a lot of stuff to get together. Can't wait to get to Rivet City.
Your arrival is most unexpected, but not entirely unwelcome. I'm afraid that's my fault. The last mutagen sample was given to the Ant Queen's entire brood. The brood consists of hundreds of larvae. I'm afraid that after they hatched, some escaped through the nooks and crannies in the tunnels. The fire ants you are seeing now are merely the remnants of the brood returning to the nest. Well, I'm uncertain. This does deal quite a blow to my research. First, however, I must stay here and devote all of my resources to finding the proper mutagen formula. Now, was it 5 parts per milliliter or was it 6?
Protect and serve.
Found you!
Good to see you.
Here. You've done so much for us. I want you to have this. It's all I have to offer you. No, thank you.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Oh, excellent. Substantial field testing, precise reports, and such dedication. Ah, what more could I ask for in a research assistant? So, how did my chemical repellent work? Safe and clean like a charm, I'll bet. Mole ratties. Oh, I wonder if I could make a hypoallergenic version. Oh, but that'd hardly be effective. I should mention that. Proper handling of mole rats could be important if they could be domesticated. Milked, maybe? Oh, anyway, keep the repellent. Oh, but for your trouble, here, have the leftover chems from working on the repellent. I'm sure you can find some use for them. There's a lot we don't know about mirelurks and how intelligent and dangerous they are. That definitely deserves research. I hesitate to ask, but I'll need to examine the effects of serious physical trauma. I wouldn't ask if I couldn't fix you up afterwards, of course. And that should be it for the second chapter. Which do you want to check out? Well, I never get to study anyone who's severely injured. Not without them crying to be fixed right away or trying to bleed out and all that. But obviously, you can handle a lot of abuse. So if I'm ever going to find a good example of human anatomy and injury resistance, it'd be you. Next time you get badly injured, return here so I can examine you before I heal you up. I mean, you're going to get yourself hurt anyway, right? That'll save a lot of time and effort. Oh, and blood on your part. A real-world example might help more, but I won't turn down the help. Oh, and here's your pay for it all. Guess you earned it by working smarter, not, more self-destructively. Yes, knowing more about them can help people learn to avoid or even outsmart them. So I picked up this observer device to study them in their natural habitat. I need you to hide one in one of the spawning pods in their lairs. That's great. I recommend the nest at the Anchorage War Memorial. I knew a trader who talked about the mirelurks down there. Just go inside and find one of their spawning pods, probably down near the water. Put this observer inside and get out quietly. And be sure not to kill any mirelurks inside their nest. If you do, it could ruin the validity of the study. Have you heard the so-called android recording? It sounds like an ordinary man. Here's a spare copy of that old holotape. It's a hoax for sure. I guess they sent those tapes to lots of people, especially people like me who are interested in technology. Boy, I wish androids were real, though. So, are they intelligent? Do they have a leader? Some sort of king? Ooh, or priests? Ooh, or some sort of scaly community center? There's only one way to know for sure. Just slip the observer into a spawning pod at the War Memorial. I'll take care of the rest. Sure thing.
Try not to die.
Don't try anything.
I probably shouldn't be talking to you. Billy says I get too friendly with people I don't know. She says it's dangerous.
We need more people like you.
So, are they intelligent? Do they have a leader? Some sort of king? Or priests? Or some sort of scaly community center? I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you. You're the best research assistant ever. I've been getting a good signal, but what do you think about them from your first-hand observations of them? That's very scientific of you. Personally, I wasn't sure if they were crabs or if they came from some sort of brine shrimp, perhaps. Some of these observations about their armor and camouflage gave me an idea for reinforced, neutral-colored headgear. Here, consider it thanks for not interfering with them. Oh, speaking of which, take these, so you can continue to avoid them in the future. Correct as always. And your feedback's really led to a very smartly written book. Maybe too smart for some folks, I worry. Of course, if the reader can't be bothered to understand something important as a book on how to stay alive, then what can we do, huh? And in case those readers blame you for their ignorance, here's your payment. 2 big boxes of ammo. Now, on to the next chapter. The last chapter's a bit more esoteric. It's about the survival of humanity as a whole, and how to rebuild society. Deep stuff, huh? We need to know how large settlements are formed, how to harness the old technology, and I'll need you to get ancient history from a nearby library. We're in the last stretch now, so let's finish it up strong. What's first? Don't be so sure. You'd be surprised how confused people get, even about important things. In this case, I'm talking about Rivet City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around, but no one here really knows how it started. Of course, that's why it's important to know how a place like that succeeded. So I need you to go there and do some researching. You mean, apart from making sure we don't repeat our tragic failures in a never-ending cavalcade of human pathos and suffering? Let's say a big pile of mentats. I got a shipment of those in recently. Do a good job, and maybe the people of Rivet City will reward you too. Oh, now I can't wait for what you find out down there. And check around to make sure you're hearing the real deal. Any luck finding out how Rivet City got started? Try asking around a bit. You never know who's collected a lot of information, do you? Try not to die. Yeah? Up yours. The only... Hey, it's...
What you need? How about... You...
Oh my. I think I've had too much to drink, Dookie. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Nonsense. You haven't had enough... of the drink.
What do you need? He's a You're a pig, you know that? I'm only doing this because he can keep me safe. He's a lot tougher than he looks. I'm not sure how much longer that will be enough, though. No Take care, sugar.
Fantasia, if you want to earn your keep, you gotta keep me happy. And you...
Hi there, fella. Don't... Sweet for him, maybe. I'm just along for the ride. He's good with a gun and knows where to get booze. Bye-bye, honey.
I've got the best horse in the wasteland. 2 of them are going to break my bed spring someday. What you need? Don't let the door... What you need?
Ah, welcome, weary traveler. You look like a traveler in need of relaxation and the finest of chemical assistance. Well, wander no more, my good friend, for I am Doc Hoff, procurer of the finest of medical goods and chemical assistance. Now, how may I help you? I provide food, drinks, and discreet chemicals to discerning customers around the wasteland. I help ease the suffering of my fellow man. For a price. I don't have a home office exactly, but I organize much of my trade with Ernest Rowe in Canterbury Commons. Let's see what the good doctor has in his magic bag, shall we? Give me a shout if you need anything else. Cheers, pal. Watch yourself out there.
I'm just here to protect the merchandise.
You saved my life. Can you... You mean... Really? Please, God. So thirsty. Welcome to Potomac Attire. I think I've seen you in here before. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave? Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie. Come back soon.
Nice to see you again. The poor dear. I wish there was something I could do to help her. That boy ought to just give her a tumble. It would be good for both of them. Well, I don't really know, to tell the truth. How does any city get started, really? But I've heard Bannon talk about how he was responsible for its success. So I'd ask him about it. We've got all kinds of chems. Thanks. I'm sure you'll be back soon.
Good to see you. Ah, I knew you wouldn't be able to stay. Yeah, he comes by every night around closing time and tries to get Cindy to let him close up. Thank God she's smarter than that. May I take your order? I'll have iguana on a stick. This place could use a few more people willing to work. Everything is falling apart. I'm the only one willing to fix it. Despite all my time working here, I've got no clue. Seagrave Holmes is about the only person I know who's more familiar with the place. Born and raised on the hangar deck, but don't hold that against him. He can't help where he came from, and his heart's in the right place.
Whoa. Later, dude.
Ah, hello. Yeah? What do you want? Oh, really?
I'm looking for troublemakers. Have you seen any?
Welcome back, sir. Sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir? Really? Oh, thank you. I just know I can seduce Diego with this. Then he'll have to marry me. We'll be so happy. Bye.
Good to see you.
Think I'll
Cheer
walk
up.
the flight.
It was a feast. God bless you.
Sir.
I heard that the city council is debating putting railings on the flight deck.
Well, I
let
hope
me
they
or
do
a security...
Checking up on me or something? Oh, Vera's the nicest lady ever. It's so cool that you brought me here. I mean, she makes me do stuff, like clean up her hotel and all that, but she really cares about me. Plus, I found some friends here in Rivet City, too. All thanks to you. See ya, mister.
The officer know if you
Remember
see
that
anything out
child
of the
that fell
ordinary.
off the deck last year? There was
Yeah,
some sort of
that was bad. I'm sure they'll do something about it.
Did you hear about the flight?
Good to see you.
Oh, hey there.
Make sure the chapel is prepared for
There
Sunday
was some
services.
sort of battle in the city yesterday.
Yes, Father Clifford.
The
I've
gate
already
guard
cleaned
said the
the sanctuary.
gunfire went on for
I'll
over
put
an
out fresh
hour.
candles too.
That's why I'm glad I'm in here. Good old...